poor little boy tied plastic bottles to his feet because his family couldn't afford to buy him a new pair of shoes. One day, when his mother returned home from work, he looked at her with sad eyes and said, "Mom, please buy me a new pair of shoes." She gently stroked his hair and replied, "My son, you know how hard it is for us to make ends meet. I'm the only one earning for our family. But I promise you, as soon as I save enough money, I'll buy you a new pair of shoes." The next day, when the boy arrived at school, his classmates burst into laughter after seeing the plastic bottles tied to his feet. "Look, he's wearing bottle shoes," they mocked. Just then, the teacher walked into the classroom and said firmly, "Making fun of someone is wrong. Everyone, go to your seats." The following day, the boy arrived late for school. The teacher asked, "Why are you late today?" The boy lowered his head and quietly replied, "Ma'am, I walk a long distance to school every day, so I couldn't get here on time." The teacher nodded and allowed him into the classroom. But once again, the wealthy students started making fun of him. He doesn't even have proper shoes or a decent school uniform. His parents don't even care about him. Little did they know that the boy had lost his father, and his mother worked in other people's homes just to keep food on the table. That evening, the boy looked at his mother and said with tears in his eyes, "Mom, if I don't get new shoes, I won't go to school anymore. Everyone laughs at me every day." Hiding her own tears, his mother replied, "My son, today I'll ask my employer for my salary, and I'll buy you the shoes you deserve." She worked all day and finally gathered the courage to ask her employer for her wages. But the employer coldly replied, "I don't have your salary right now. Come back later." The poor mother pleaded, "My son only wants a pair of shoes. Please help me." But the employer's heart didn't soften. Outside, her son was waiting anxiously. "Mom, did you get your salary?" She lowered her head and whispered, "No, my son, but don't worry. I'll still find a way to buy you new shoes today." She took him to a shop and asked the shopkeeper, "Please give me something I can sell. We'll split the profit between us." Feeling sorry for her, the shopkeeper handed her a box of sweets. Mother and son walked through streets and markets, trying to sell the box, but no one wanted to buy it. Just then, the boy's teacher happened to pass by. She stopped and asked, "Why are you selling sweets on the roadside?" The mother's eyes filled with tears. "My son keeps asking for shoes because the children at school make fun of him every day. I'm trying to sell this box so I can buy him a pair of shoes." The teacher's eyes became teary too. She said, "I can't buy the sweets, but I can help you a little." She handed the mother some money, but it still wasn't enough to buy the shoes. The next morning, the boy reached school earlier than everyone else so no one would notice his worn-out feet. A little later, the same rich students arrived and began mocking him once again. At that moment, the teacher called him to the front of the class. She smiled and handed him a beautiful gift box. "This is for you." The boy slowly opened it. Inside was a brand new pair of shining shoes. The moment he saw them, tears rolled down his cheeks. At that moment, he saw his own mother's love reflected in his teacher's kindness.